She knows a lot of people in the HPD, so I'm gonna have to say, I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna have to say she knows a lot of people in HPD, and that's why her freaking ass has been covered up.
What Quanell told us
I think the
yesterday.
police are hiding something. They know that
Janie
They
comes
know
from a
there is
background of
proof.
HPD. Chief of Police could have brought out Quanell X's statement because my nephew Rudy Farias, who so-called quote unquote was missing since 8 years ago, 2015, and those fake hospital pictures were fake from 2012. Quanell's statement should have been brought up because Quanell is here to help. It's very rare that he would come out and speak up on behalf, and my nephew Rudy would have never talked if Janie was around, okay? Janie is a hypothetical liar, manipulative. She knows a lot of people in the HPD, so I'm gonna have to say, I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna have to say she knows a lot of people in HPD, and that's why her freaking ass has been covered up.
How are you feeling about no one being charged?
No hay cargos,
digo que no hay cargos ahorita.
and that's the first day. How is a mom going to do something to her child knowing that that is very wrong and that's crucial, okay? It runs in the family, in her family, and I'm very pissed off, and I don't want to bring my past up because of Santana's stepfather, and I'm sorry to say that. I grew a hard life, but because of her father that sexually abused me. So it runs in her freaking family.
Are you saying that someone should be charged in this case?
Yes, there should be charges.
Es lo que dijo ahorita hoy en el press conference que no hay charges.
¿Pero qué sienten de saber que no hay cargos en contra?
Estamos bien enojados. ¿Cómo no van a hacer nada? Y ellos están diciendo que no van a hacer nada porque no hay pruebas. ¿Cómo chingas no van a ver si hay pruebas o no? Si no llevan a Rudy para que lo chequeen.
Yesterday, when we were at the hotel, they had her, from what I believe, I didn't get there on time because I was doing other stuff. They had her in handcuffs. Why in the freaking world did they let her go while she was in handcuffs? Because they made one phone call to a district attorney, whoever he was, and said, what, let her go. There's nothing to follow any evidence.
Do you believe that she should be charged with something?
Yes.
With what she's done to Rudy, but falsifying that he had been kidnapped, taken to Mexico, that he had been spotted in other states. She had people all over the United States looking for him.
Investigators
her
doing this damn GoFunding me account, fraudulently taking money when the son was there. And I don't mean to bring this up, God rest our mom in peace, but when my mom was under our home health where I work at, I would go visit her because she would never answer her freaking phone. I would go knock at her door. It would take Janie 20 minutes exactly, because I would time it, to answer the freaking door. During the time, and my heart tells me something is going on, I would finally see my mom all dirty, malnourished, really filthy, and going in her bedroom so filthy that it was a shame.
Colleen, can I just ask you, investigators said over and over again that they had made contact with both Rudy and his mother over the past 8 years. They gave fake names on multiple occasions, both of them. Your reaction to hearing that?
If that was fake names giving because Rudy was coerced by his mom to lie, and she manipulated Rudy to say what it was. Once again, I'll bring the subject up. Had Quanell X not been there yesterday at the hotel and took Rudy aside to talk to him, Rudy then felt the comfortness to talk to Quanell X and bring every freaking thing that she did to our nephew. How in the hell is a mom going to do that to her own kids? Even my own mom, when she was alive, God rest her in peace, that we had to bury her because she couldn't take this shit anymore from Janie. You know, it's horrible. My mom would tell me in person, Rudy is here, Rudy is here. I would go and try to open the doors, and she would say, what are you doing there? I said, so I'm just seeing if I left something behind or whatever. My mom never lied. She always said my mom had dementia. Yes, my mom finally got her Alzheimer's at 80-something years old when my sister Sylvia finally took controlship of her. You know, this is hard, but we promised her mom we would make justice, that this would come to light.
Pauline, you believe that Rudy was a victim, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Totally victimized.
Yes.
Can I say something in regards to the chief of police saying that numerous occasions Rudy and his mom were stopped by the police and they gave fake names? Aren't the police asking for ID,
Further
driver's license,
investigations?
something when a person gets pulled over? Aren't they supposed to have something, show something, proof of your name?
So why do you think
were
that they?
were they not asking this to know that these people are giving fake names, or were fake IDs or driver license presented?
So why do you think that they were so reluctant to talk about what was discussed? What Quanell told
I
us
think
yesterday.
the police are hiding something. They know that
Janie
They
comes
know
from a
there is
background of
proof.
HPD.
they know there is proof, and yes, Janie has a lot of contacts with the HPD department, and people up there, higher level people, are hiding the fact that Janie has done things. Her ex-husband, Rudy's father, who also committed suicide because of his things that he was doing within the police department. So I know there are lots of officers, lots of DAs, judges that do their job. They do what they promise and swear to do. And there are the corrupt ones. And these people are hiding and lying for her. And right now she's getting away.
I asked the chief upstairs if HPD ever went to the house, specifically to his house in the last 8 years. And they cut it off. The gentleman...
Because they didn't go.
They've been there one time when she used to live on Lee Road in Humble. They went one time when we reported that Rudy was at that location.
So the HPD did make contact.
Just one time.
At the home.
At the home.
On Lee Road, not on the Valley Lake.
And then one time
Rudy was there.
HPD's, I can't remember his name, but he called me at my office on my cell phone to tell me if I took a picture of Rudy in that house. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen Rudy since he has been missing. And as of to this day today, I have not seen my nephew.
Do you guys have a message?
He sent me a picture. He says, well, can I send you a picture? I said, send me the picture. I want to see the picture. So he sent me the picture, and I have that picture here.
Can we see it?
Absolutely.
Do you guys have a message for Rudy if he's watching this right now?
Yes, Rudy, if you're watching this,
Rudy,
Let us help you.
if you're watching this, mijito, we love you. Your aunts, your cousins, we stand behind you, and we are right here with you. We love you.
Who do you hold at fault for this? Because obviously you guys have anger and frustration. Do you view it as HPD not doing it? Or do you view it also the DAs?
HPD
Because
failed us.
I'm sorry, what?
HPD failed us.
the DA
That's what they
failed
did.
us yesterday. They had her. She was in handcuffs, and she was released because they said they had no proven evidence, no factual evidence.
And I called
You cannot
HPD.
have
Here's the
factual
picture.
evidence if you do not take him to get
And
checked.
that picture's what?
This is the picture that some HPD officer sent me because I requested the picture.
What is this picture? What is this? What's
Rudy
this? That's
in the kitchen of his mother's house in 2018.
I'm sorry, what?
Rudy, that's a picture of Rudy in his mother's house in 2018. That's when Janie was married to Robert Ortega.
Robert Ortega.
Yes.
That's a picture of Rudy in 2018.
Relation to Rudy, just make sure and give us her name.
My next question is, Rudy, I do want to say Rudy because I'm hoping that he's not getting manipulated away from watching TV. That so-called friend of Janie Santana, where he's at, Nikki Garza. Remember, you will be an accomplice. I've got pictures of cars. I got license plates. I will turn those in, which I've already posted them on Facebook. And I really hope that I do. What I would like for HPD to see is make a report, be on the lookout for those cars, and just run a report.
You know,
But
we
she's
know that.
always changing cars. I physically went after the airport, what was that hotel, Holiday Inn? I physically went went to her house yesterday to snoop around. There were reporters there. I didn't do nothing illegal. She has been living there. I did find, and Rudy, this is what I want you to find out, because I know that you've always carried it very dearly with you. And I did find it because I know you've had it for many, many, many years. That more than likely Grandma gave it to you. If you can get away, if they're not forcing you to stay where you're at, and if you can get away, you know where to find us. You can call your Aunt Sylvia, which is your godmother. You can call Abel, my son, which is your cousin, is here.
Are those his rosary beads?
This is his rosary that he would always carry around his neck. Always.
And where did you find that?
I found it right in the front, as probably his mom was rushing him to hurry up and get away from the neighborhood. So right now, Janie Santana has gone back. I have people within the areas on the lookout. They did call me at 12:30, 4:36 in the morning that she was in the neighborhood.
She wasn't in the neighborhood. She went home to load her car up with clothes and stuff to take. And we loaded. She's got 2 guns with her. She's got a car full, and she's gone and tried to convince or bribe Rudy into changing his story. She offered him thousands of dollars. She's offering the neighbors money to keep their mouths quiet and say that they're all lying about it.
Neighbors did come to me yesterday telling me that she did offer each neighbor $150, $250 per day or for whatever, so that they won't say nothing. Okay, they were very honest, and one lady, I won't say her name, but she was on the news. She did come up to me when I was there in front of Janie Santana's house, acknowledging everything that I knew deep in my heart, that he has always been there all this time. But people thought, and I'm going to find out who the first investigator was when I heard about the disappearance, and I knew it wasn't right, okay? This investigator, I don't know who it was, but private investigator, she got on the phone with me and called me every name in the book that I didn't want to see Janie finding her son, etc., etc. And I said, you know what? That day's going to come that everything's going to come out to light.
You know your
HPD
sister
said
Papa.
that he was okay, that he's an adult, that, you know, he made his choice to stay with her. How do you guys feel about that?
Very upset. He wouldn't have said those things if he knew that Janie wasn't holding on him. And prior to them leaving the hotel yesterday, Janie had threatened him that had he not left with her, she was going to hurt herself, and he was going to be without a mother. If he didn't change his story, that both he and she would end up in jail or prison because of what he told Cornell X. With my understanding, there was law enforcement in that same room hearing that conversation. So for the chief of police to say that they didn't hear anything and that it's just Cornell X, no, sir. Get it straight. Tell your people to tell the truth. Speak the truth. I don't care what position you're in, how high you are up there. Speak the truth. This kid is not a kid anymore. He's 25 years old, but he needs
But
help.
HPD says that
He's
at the
been
time,
in there.
HPD's position is that at the time he was 17 years old, which in the state of Texas
A
makes you an adult.
male is considered an adult at the age of 17.
Let me-
It doesn't matter.
ladies,
He
can you
was
say your
forced
name so
and
we
he
just get
was
your
name?
loved. He was forced to do what his mother told him to do.
Let me
What-
clarify
how
this.
is that not a crime? His mother has held him there under false pretense that if he reached out or looked for help, he was going to go to jail and something bad was going to happen to him. What is someone of his state of mind at that time? He may have been 17, but he still had the mind of a 10-year-old. Rudy was not a grown adult at that time, and his mind was. He was not anywhere near where he could be on his own.
Being
He did
coerced,
what his
being
mother told him.
manipulated, taking advantage of your own child that you raised. And Janie, I know you're listening to me, and you can come back and say that you're going to have me locked up or get me in trouble or whatever. stick that up to where the sunshine don't shine. I'm going to say it in a nice way because your day is coming. We're almost there to get you. There's nowhere that you can run because I'm going to make sure that your posters go all over. Don't even attempt to get into an airport and go anywhere because that's not going to happen.
What do you
Ladies,
think
can you say
motivated
your
your
names?
sister? What do you think motivated your sister?
To do this, she's always been manipulative. She's had different husbands, different names. She even tried to use my name that I did whatever to her, which is falsifying.
She's a greedy person.
She's a very
always
greedy
been
person.
Greedy, self-centered, selfish.
It's
She
all
wanted-
about money.
She's always been after money. Any way she can get money, any way, anything she has to do, she doesn't care who it hurts or what the outcome is, as long as she has the money for that time, and then she moves on to another way. My grandma
Did
made
Rudy have
progress
some
of
sort of
peace.
mental delay or a mental, like you said, he was sort of simple?
Who wouldn't have a mental delay when
No,
you're
they're
all...
asking
Yeah.
during when he
No,
was a child.
when he was growing up, he was fun to be with. He grew up with his cousins, my children, my sister's children. They all got along. And then all of a sudden, she just took controlship when my nephew had that motorcycle accident. And that's where some of his, his mind just went off.
So you had a
And then
motorcycle accident?
My oldest nephew.
Oldest nephew.
Yes, her firstborn. And then the dad killed himself, HPD, for whatever reasons. I don't know, some traffic citations or whatever.
And what are your names, ladies? Can you tell us?
My name is Pauline Sanchez Rodriguez. I'm the oldest of the aunt here.
Michelle Rodriguez, I'm his cousin. First cousin. I don't want to give it.
I have nothing to hide. I'm a tip. And I know that this is all coming about greediness, about money. She's bought another life insurance policy. I've got pictures on my phone. I did take pictures. I didn't take her mail because I know that's a federal offense, but it's not bad just to take pictures.
And you know, they say that the DA has not pressed charges yet, that they need to wait to complete their investigation before they proceed with this. Right now, Janie has the chance to get further away.
They're giving her the opportunity.
They're helping her. They're giving her a head start when all they had to do was bring her in and question her, bring Rudy in, take him to get evaluated, have medical records because he has not been in the hospital. He has not been checked since they got him from the church over there in the Second Ward in Magnolia. So, Chief of Police and whoever else is saying that y'all have to wait, thank you. You're giving Janie a head start.
Are you guys gonna try to get Rudy from the family if he can go with you guys? Are y'all gonna try
I want
to?
Rudy to come
Yes.
home with my aunt and for him to get, if we had to do the law's job for them, we would do what we need to do to get him the help he needs so we can take care of him.
Of course, we're not going to do nothing illegal, but as I said, as I said yesterday, I called HPD to send a unit out there to have the license plates run 2 different places. They never showed up. When I called back, dispatch or somebody from that HPD unit told me, we don't have any units. We don't have any units. So what? We don't have any units. But as soon as we get a unit, how long would that be? 2 or more hours. We waited there. Nobody ever showed up. I finally called back. I said, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. I'm going back to the other destination. I'll go do things on my own.
When Rudy's brother passed away, Charlie, he had a policy as Rudy being the beneficiary to that policy. Now, it is my understanding that since Rudy became missing back when, that it's my understanding, I don't know how true this is, but my understanding that Rudy has to be missing for at least 3 years so mom can collect that policy. And that's one thing that I want to find out did Mom collect that policy? Because only Rudy was the beneficiary to that policy. And I know Rudy hasn't gotten a penny from that policy. Ladies.
Thank you for being here. Thank you all for showing and posting what y'all do. I mean, it's all of you guys, it's strangers out in the world and here locally and statewide that are helping, that are pulling proof, information of what this Janie does, how she is, the kind of person she is, and they're letting her walk free without doing their job and bringing her in to question her and get the true facts.
You know, she has so many aliases names. She has a lot of pictures that she says it's her. Beautiful pictures,
Her
photoshopping.
catfishing days are over is what I can say.
That, you know, she shows herself to be thin, but she's not. And she photoshops these pictures and posts them that it's her. Well, it's not her. She's falsifying everything. And, you know, we just want Rudy home. I want to take him home. I want him where he's safe, where he's loved, where he can feel the love of God,
And live a
you know,
normal
and
life.
live a normal life. I live a Christian life, and I want Rudy to feel that love that I feel for my God. You know,